So Steven Seagal,
Wow.
he is a legitimate Aikido black belt. In fact, he was an instructor, one of the very first Americans to teach at a dojo in Japan. But the martial art is the questionable thing. You have to be very adept at catching their arm and flipping them over. It's easy to poke fun at him. He's legit. He is very legit. And he was thin. It was a different thing. But the thing is, nobody comes at you like this. And a fucking NCAA wrestler would shoot a double on him and take him down faster than you can possibly imagine. I mean, this does not work. How is it possible to work out and not be sore?
No problem.
Here we go.
Let's say there's something called rate of perceived exertion. Let's say I make you do pull-ups, and let's say the maximum amount of pull-ups you can do is 10. Let's keep a nice round number. At 11, you couldn't do 11. If I pointed a gun at you, you couldn't do 11. Should I make you do 10 pull-ups on our workout? No. I'm going to make you do 5. Why? Because I'm setting you up to work the next day. The next day we're going to do 5. And the next day we're going to do another 5. And then we're going to do 6. When 6 is really easy, we're going to do 7. Why? If you did 10 pull-ups on Monday, you're going to be sore till Thursday. And Thursday, you've only done 10 pull-ups. From Monday to Thursday, you've only done 10 pull-ups. Me, I've been doing 5 pull-ups every day. So I'm at 20 pull-ups already, 25 pull-ups. I have more volume than you. Now, if you add up at the end of the year, who trained more? I've trained way more than you. So let's say I go to jiu-jitsu practice. I'm doing jiu-jitsu every single day, 3 rounds, 5 days a week. That's 15 rounds. You go in twice a week, but you kill yourself. You do 5 rounds each day. You push yourself those last 2 rounds and you burn yourself out. I still did 15. You're at 10. At the end of the year, I mean, I've had so much more training than you. So how much training can we pack in the week? That's the real question. How much volume can you expose your athlete to?
Let me explain something to you. Eating a banana and putting a banana in a blender is 2 different things. I did not know that. One day I said, let me put a banana in this motherfucker just to see. And I'm like, damn, this is delicious. I'm onto something. I gained weight that week. I didn't know what it was.
From the banana?
When you blend a banana, it's 8 points.
What?
When you eat a banana, it's ugats.
What?
You were killing yourself every time you puree fruit.
Last thing I wanted to do, Joe, honestly, is go on TV. And because I never went to culinary school. I just been cooking through my career, and it's what I did as passion and living in France and all that
You
shit.
opened up a restaurant without ever going to culinary school?
Never.
Is that unusual?
I think it's probably 60-40.
Oh, really? 60-40 that go to school? Or
60 go to school. When I do diners, drive-ins, and dives, 60% don't go. A lot of the mom and pops. And that doesn't mean that they don't learn. I mean, some of the best chefs I know haven't been to culinary school and just are super smart at learning and dig in. A lot of education, a lot of research, a lot of trial and error, a lot of putting yourself out there. You got to be willing to fail. I don't really think you can be a good cook if you're not willing to fail.
The earliest depiction of Jesus on the cross is called the Alexamenos Graphido. It depicts an individual with their arms raised in an act of worship, worshiping a man with a donkey's head who's being crucified. Whoa. And right beside it, it says Alexamenos worships his God in Greek. Whoa. And it's mocking, right? Because crucifixion was for the lowest of the low. It was for like slaves. In fact, if you were a Roman citizen, you were banned from being crucified. This was designed to humiliate, and it was designed to be as painful as possible. The chances of Jesus surviving the crucifixion, I think, are narrow to none. And the chance of him appearing 3 days later, completely fine, the first thing you say is not, peace be with you. It's get me to a hospital.
Oh my God, I read TikTok's terms of service. It said, we collect your IP address, user region, mobile carrier, time zone settings, model of your device, the device system, network type, device IDs, your screen resolution and operating system, app and file names and types. So all your apps and all your file names, all the things you have filed away on your phone, they have access to that. Keystroke patterns or rhythms. So they're monitoring your keystrokes, which means they know every fucking thing you type. Wow. That's what you're agreeing to. Egypt is the weirdest place on earth. I have a friend who went there, and the archaeologist that showed him it said this is complete bullshit. Like the narrative is complete bullshit.
And it's not just the pyramids and the Sphinx.
No.
The other temples are magnificent.
Not only that, there's probably a bunch of shit under the ground.
I know. That's what I wanted to go see. But the cool thing was the first temple I went in was what I'd seen on Ancient Aliens, where at the very top of the temple, you have one of the most famous hieroglyphs, which has a spaceship, a helicopter, and a submarine up there. As clear as you can possibly imagine. And
Show that.
What the fuck is that? How in the... What is that? Explain that, please. Because that looks like a spaceship, that looks like a submarine, and that 100% looks like a helicopter.
I think there's so many fucking powerful people that are on those lists that went and partied. And how many of them went to the Diddy parties?
Yeah.
trials. Wild. How many guys were on video saying,
ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
how many people like openly talked about being there?
LeBron?
Yeah, how about Ashton Kutcher? All these people. Like, you guys all went, you didn't see nothing? Some of the shit that came out in the trial, though, like he's forcing his girlfriend to have sex with prostitutes while he was sitting there jacking off with a bandana on. She'd rub the jizz on his nipples. Like, what are we even talking about?
But what?
It's a great Dave Chappelle story. I'm in Seattle. I sold out. And we got 2 shows. We do about 30,000 people. I get word that Dave Chappelle is in Seattle. Dave Chappelle randomly put up a theater show. He's performing. Tonight? Yeah, he's performing tonight. Call Dave. Dave, are you fucking in Seattle? Yeah. When did you book a show here? I would have came. Dude, I'm here. I'm at the theater. Oh, I didn't even know, man. Dave, I'm at the fucking arena. I'm going to see if I can get down there to you. All right, man. Yeah, I just put them up. What time do you think you're going to get here? After my show. All right, I'll push the time back, man. Push the time back? What did you put on sale? I don't know, man. I just tell them I'll do it and I'll show up, man. I just call them, tell them we're going to push it back, man.